Hi and welcome back to JoltBug. My name is Jyoti and this is our new tutorial video where I'm going to show you the sculpting process of a broken glass in ZBrush with our new brush and alpha pack. This pack also contains 5 free resources and you can find all the download links in the video description below. The brushes are designed for ZBrush and the alpha maps can be used anywhere outside ZBrush like in Substance, Blender and other softwares. These are some of the brushes from this pack and this last one is for manually sculpting the cracks. So let's get started. We are going to sculpt on this simple flat glass object. I have already added as many dynamic subdivisions to it as possible because maybe you have noticed that glass fractures create very fine cracks and without enough subdivisions they lose prominence. Now let's try some of these brushes one after another. Let's try this one first, then the next ones. Now there is something you can notice here, and that is the look of the glass, which is not satisfactory. I mean, it's not looking like glass, right? Well, that is mainly due to the material we are using here. This is a very dull and matte grayscale material, which is quite the opposite of what a glass object should look like. A glass object must be more reflective with stronger and sharper specularity. So let's try them on some good reflective materials. I prefer this one, or maybe this one. You can use any good reflective matte cap material too if you have anything that goes well with glass objects. Okay, so here we've got different types of fractures or breaking patterns in this pack, like a typical cobweb types or noisy and linear types. There are bullet holes too. You can combine them together to make a complicated cracked glass. But always remember, always try to use them on reflective materials only for the best output. And this last one is for manually sculpting curves on a glass. Now let's get started with our broken glass piece. I would like to use a typical cobweb breaking pattern with a hole inside. Well, maybe this one or this one. Well, let's pick this one. Then I'll try different angles and sizes. Drag and rotate it in different directions to try different angles. I think this is looking nice. Now the next step will be to curve a few more cracks manually to cover the entire glass. You can join the existing cracks together or extend them further to make the breaking pattern more believable. You can make as many cracks as you want. I think this is looking absolutely fine. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. I want you to take a closer look into this area. This area isn't supposed to be solid. We need a hole right here, and there are so many ways to do it, but as we are working on a flat planar object, it would be much simpler for us now. First, we are going to readjust the coordinates of the object and reposition it to its origin. Once it is done, apply the Dynamesh on it by clicking and dragging outside the object. This is going to readjust the subdivisions of the object as per its new position and construction. Now let's delete the rear half of the object. And to do this, first go to Geometry, Modify Topology, and then choose Delete by Symmetry on Z-axis. Do not forget to turn on this Z-axis. Otherwise, ZBrush will cut the wrong part of your object, which is not desirable. So after we are done here, we need to restore the rear part, and to do this, click on this button, Mirror and Weld on Z-axis again. This will complete the procedure, and now we have a complete piece of broken glass equal on both sides. So far we've been working on a flat object, but what if the same hole was supposed to be made on a curved surface? Well, in that case, I would suggest you to preferably start with a one-sided object. Then use the selection or mask tool to hide the whole area and delete it. Then go to panel loop, which is found under Geometry Edge Loop, and use the settings as per your requirements, then apply it. This will add some thickness to your object. However, this is not the only procedure. Also, it's all about ZBrush, but you can always use the alpha maps in other softwares to create similar glass fractures. Also, you can use them to make complete PBR materials, and for various other purposes you can use these brushes and alphas. This is the final output after adding a wooden frame to this object and after applying some simple textures in ZBrush. It is a combination of a few BPR layers rendered in ZBrush. You can visit my ArtStation showcase if you are interested to see all the BPR layers separately. And with that, we come to an end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please go through the description to find the download links, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for our latest updates, and thanks for watching.